All right, well, now you guys get to hear another one. So, my name is Jenna. Was anybody here not at the Dig All Night party this year? Actually, was everybody here at the Dig All Night party this year? Good. Mark was there. Okay, perfect. I was there too, and I spoke. So you guys pretty much have heard a lot of my testimony, and it wasn't like in depth and stuff. But like Eric was saying, he wanted to like target your guys' age group and stuff, because like that's where you guys are at. But the cool thing is that I haven't lived past where you guys are at. Like I'm just in high school, so my testimony is pretty much high school and middle school. Okay, so I was raised in a Christian home, unlike Eric and Ryan. Well, Eric kind of was. But I don't remember a time when I didn't love the Lord. Like I just have always had a heart for the Lord, and I don't know why, but it's like never been something that has like that I've ever doubted. I just have always known like how much the Lord loves me, and just like I don't know, I've always just valued Him. I was the type of kid who not only had a heart for the Lord, but like at a young age, all I wanted to talk about was Jesus. I was probably 2 or 3, and we went to Michigan on a family vacation. And my great-grandparents live there, and my great-grandma's name is Nana to me. And I just remember sitting on her back porch, and she said, "Jenna, what do you want to talk about?" And I just looked at her, and I said, I want to talk about Jesus. So I think we literally sat there and talked about Jesus for like 2 hours, and that's like one of my favorite memories, and one of my first memories of my life. After that, like probably at the age of like 3 or 4, I was the kid who would flip a laundry basket upside down and stand on top of it and preach to everybody around me. And you know the Train in the Mall by Dillard's? I stood up on top of it and like sang Bible songs and preached to the people at the mall. And I would, that's what I just did. So I literally, guys, I don't remember ever having an aha moment. Like I never ever doubted that like the Lord was just there. Like I've always loved Him. But when I was like 6 years old, I remember standing on the stairs of my old house, like walking up the stairs and looking down and like thinking to myself, what if I died right now? Would I go to heaven or hell? And I was like, maybe I should clear this up. So I literally, guys, I just prayed, like, I was like, Lord, can you just come into my life? Like, I don't know what's up, but I know that if I like died right now, I'm not sure where I would go. So I accepted Jesus on the stairs in my old house at the age of 6. That probably, I don't really remember. So yeah. And it would be so easy to end there with my testimony and be like, well, yeah, and then everything was fine and dandy afterwards. Like, had Jesus in my life, already knew Him, already loved Him. Like, it was good. Like, it was smooth sailing. But it's not like that. And, okay, back it up a little bit. Well, actually, at like the age of 8, I put my name on the baptismal list for this church because I wanted to be baptized. I still haven't been baptized because I've always felt like my testimony wasn't good enough. Like, I didn't ever smoke pot. I never drank. I have a boring testimony. Like, that's one of my huge insecurities. And, but it's like, Jesus doesn't care. And I know that so many of you guys are like probably falling asleep because my testimony is not as interesting. But but Jesus, yeah, thanks. But Jesus like thinks it's just as beautiful as everybody else's. So that's all that matters. And a testimony is evidence or proof. I looked this up. It's evidence or proof provided by the existence or appearance of something. So this month when we're going through testimonies and stuff, that's what they are. They're stories and they're proof that the Lord is working. and we're the image of the invisible God. All of us who are sitting up here, we have him in our lives. So, on with that. I don't have a good memory. Okay, guys, so I accepted Christ at a young age, and after that I had struggles and stuff, and you guys were at the Dig All Night party, so you heard a lot of them. But you know how I talked about hungers and hungering for other things and trying to find my fulfillment in other things. But I've also had other struggles. I wondered why God wanted me to be here. I wondered why, what's the purpose of my life? What's he going to do with me? And then out of that, I've become discouraged. I've just been frustrated with myself because I felt like I wasn't living up to the potential that God could use me for. And that's something I continue to just be convicted of because, my heart, ever since I was 3 or 4, was to tell people about Jesus, and that's why I'm up here. But the truths that I learned out of those struggles that the Lord's revealed to me through those times is that I'm able to find fulfillment in Christ. And I picked a verse. That's Psalm 73:25-26, and it says, "Earth has nothing I desire besides you. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever." So that just reminds me, I have it written on my mirror at home, so I read it every morning. And it's a reminder that everything on earth doesn't even compare to my love for the Lord. I don't desire anything. Well, I'm obviously going to, but I can desire other things, but they're not going to compare to the Lord. The second truth is that the Lord knew why he put me on this earth. And the verse that I picked for that one is, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." So the Lord, he knew why I'm on the earth, and he has a plan for me, and it doesn't matter. And I want you guys to hear this too. That verse came out of the book of Jeremiah, and right after they're talking about this verse, God says to Jeremiah, and Jeremiah is your guys' age, he's 12 or 13. And some of you guys are even older than that. And he goes, I don't want you to think that you're too young. I don't want you to say that I'm a child, so I can't impact God's kingdom, because you guys can. At the age of 3 or 4, remember? I was telling people about Jesus, and that's so insignificant, but you guys have so much potential to reach your friends, like Eric was talking about. And then the last truth is that the Lord is in control of my life, and my purpose is to honor him through faith. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about faith, because that's all about what testimonies are about. So the world's definition of faith, I looked up another definition, is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. So that's what the world thinks it is. But Hebrews 11:1 says, this is the Bible's definition of faith. It says, "Now faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see." And then a little bit after that it says, "Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith." So I wanted to break that down for you guys. Is faith is you can be sure and you can be confident and you can be certain, but it's nothing that you guys might be sitting there thinking how could I even be certain of something that's so supernatural? You can't see God. You can't see him. I'm sorry. You just it's impossible. But because Jesus came onto the earth, you guys can experience faith, and you guys can have faith. And Mark said, what did you say? It was faith is, the goal of faith is to not have to have it anymore or something. So if you guys put your faith in God, eventually you're not going to need it anymore, because when you die, if you guys believe in Christ, and if you don't believe in Christ, we're all going to have to see him someday, but you're not going to need faith anymore. So that's the goal, and that's the point of testimonies, is to share our faith with everybody. So I want to challenge you guys that if you guys don't have faith, if you don't believe, if you doubt that God's even real, because like I know plenty of people who have, just seek it out, guys, because I don't want you guys to go on with your life and not experience God. It's straight up, like that's like, that would break my heart, and it would break God's even more. So yeah, so break your heart like that, and then let that remind. Okay, anyways, so yeah, that's my testimony, and it's all about God.